is from Biafrans Got Talent. We are letting Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their lives for us, those who died that we may live.
You died to end my suffering. You died fighting for my freedom. Your blood is the seed of redemption. You are my inspiration.
The deed no longer them, military shots at them. 67 to 70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memory still lives in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Tell them I thought that day. Remember when me tell you say I thought that day. Yeah, I remember that one that called us a Bruce Mero. But the way would you go like a Papa Nuku? But then they were going to me tell you what I look pandi, what pandi Samiro, me tell you what I did. For we the fall and the rest of I tell you what I am. Me never give up, me tell them
heroes, I want to promise you something today. We must fight together, no retreat and no surrender. We must hold them down till the end of time. The most important thing is that we will restore Biafra. May your soul rest in peace.
And I look up to the sky with tears in my eye. For other Biafrans and for freedom had to die. We will never forget you as the days go by. You are always in my heart, forever be apart. They fought for our freedom. They died for our freedom. They fought the Nigerian soldiers in the war front. Without food, without guns. For our freedom, for our life, for our own good, for our children. We love them, our heroes. We want them.
My heart bleeds when I saw them slain. Where will I be now if not then? They will remain indelible in my heart forever, 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 and ever, and ever, and ever.
We serve in your plantation, and the way you paid us back with your bloody starvation. We bled in our history that the death of my people is a mystery. No going back to get to a victory. I had a voice now call for vengeance. I never get bombed, I'ma blow like a vengeance.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Where will I be now if not you? You died at Mali.
They were starved to death because of our freedom, and they paid the debt for our freedom. Flag high for those that died in the genocide, fighting for you and I. There is pain in the heart, we bleeding inside, tears in the eyes of our fallen heroes.
This is for my fallen heroes. Give them a motivation, people. It's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Cause to be a cast, I need to be a nurse. If we did not retire,
They paid the ultimate price. They died for me, for the freedom of unborn child. We live for the legacy.
must stand to represent who we are.
Fight on, brave boys, fight on, heroes of our fatherland. Pursue the enemy, harass him, destroy the invader. March on, brave boys, now that victory is in sight. March on and hasten the disintegration of the enemy already set in motion.
Fighting a war. No.
If you do not believe in what we are doing, then you better get out. We're not going to stop. God knows we can never stop.
Fight on, brave boys, fight on, heroes of our fatherland. Pursue the enemy, harass him, destroy the invader. March on, brave boys, now that victory is in sight. March on and hasten the disintegration of the enemy already set in motion.
Fighting a war, knowing the difficulties, the odds against us, there is an element of fatalism. People feeling, well, if the world chooses to abandon us, then perhaps it is better we all perish. They don't ever consider a Biafra not free. They believe in either Biafra free or no Biafra at all. That means none of us living to see it.
I need Biafra freedom. We Biafrans, we need Biafra freedom. For this, I decided, even to die, that Biafra must have its own freedom.
I want us to work systematically towards the establishment of a good, progressive and democratic society where all vestiges of privilege and social injustice will be abolished and the rich contribute more for the welfare of the poor. If civil war comes, and I do think it is imminent, you're quite right, it will for us be the price of freedom. Our people here have for a long time been prepared for this eventuality, and I am confident of their readiness. I think that when it does come, that the people on the other side will be surprised as to what they're going to get. And I'm confident that it will not last long.
We'll surely come out as a nation because we're fighting a just cause. Even a little child on the street will tell you this. We shall never go back to Nigeria again. God's grace will surely emerge as a nation. And so, as far as this war continues, we'll fight to the last man.
This is what Biafra is, the end of the journey for a persecuted, massacred, pursued people. We have made all attempts at a democratic resolution of this crisis. I have offered open elections, plebiscite. I have offered just an open carte blanche suggestion, anybody who can find a democratic way of finding out the wishes of the people, let him suggest it and we will go for it.
Another Savior.
Holy, 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 Adimebujuku. Another Savior.
Another Savior.
Holy, 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 Adimebujuku. Another Savior.
Holy, holy.
If you do not believe in what we are doing, then you better get out. We're not going to stop. God knows we can never stop until Biafra is restored. We are peace-loving people. We abhor death and killing of another soul. It's in our nature. That's how we are. But because of that, they have been coming and killing us all these years. We've kept quiet. They've been killing and killing and killing quiet. We have a case at the ICC. We have a case at Africa Union. We have a case at what else again? Pending before the UN in New York. We've been to Geneva to tender our case. Before UN, till today, nothing. In fact, the more we complain to them, the more they come to abduct and rape our children, the more they come to kill us, the more they want to take over our land and our forests. And who told them that's going to be possible in our time? In a time, in a movement that I lead, you think you can come into our land and take it over? Oh dear. That means you don't know who we are.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us on this very evening program. I appreciate everyone that has connected wherever you are connected from, and thank you. I appreciate you, and I urge you to stay with us. These few minutes that we're going to spend here will be very, very amazing and outstanding. So wherever you are, hang on with us. Just stay there. I bet you I am not going to waste much of your time. It's going to be a quick one. You know, our evening program, we don't waste time. Our evening program is done as quick as we can, and then we take our rest for the next day. Because tomorrow we are going to be having a very important program also. So wherever you're watching, I welcome every one of you. And remember that in our platform, we don't come here to instigate violence. We don't preach hate. We don't attack people or individuals. All we do every single day is to propagate the gospel of Biafra and make sure that the Biafran people is heard. So we have come today again to air our opinion and let the world hear our voice. Coupled with what we are seeing, as you know, every day new development comes. And today we have a very, very wonderful and good development. It is nothing else than the intervention of the United States in the case of Nnamdi Kanu. Every one of us have seen that news, and we are happy about it. But it is not just there. Don't say because they have decided to mention it that you will stop. No, we have to continue keeping the pressure. One of the things that is making the international community not to take their eyes away from our leaders is because of what we are doing online, offline. Every single noise you are making is important. I don't care the group where you belong. I don't care who you follow or who you are worshiping. As long as you are focused on the self-determination of the Biafran people, continue to propagate it. It is very important. As for me, I stand under the leadership of Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa. These are the face of the struggle. They have done something that convinced me to continue to stand by them and continue to propagate their gospel. And it doesn't matter what anybody says. I have made my choice. You have the right to make your choice, who to follow, whom to believe. But as you're making your choice, make your choice with your conscience. Make your choice with facts. Make verifications on your own, in your own terms, in your own way, to find out what you are believing. Is that the right thing? The path you are going, is that the right path? As I always say, what matters to me is our collective interest, the purpose for which we gather in different groups. All this noise we are making is yielding fruit. If anybody tells you it's not making impact, tell them it is making impact. Our noise making, our shouting, our bickering, everything is making impact. But all we need to do is to organize our noise. We have to present an organized noise. For those who think we are noise makers, present organized noise. Be disciplined in your report. Be disciplined even on the comment section when you join our program. Be disciplined in what you do going forward. Because the strongest nation in the planet Earth is focusing on the case of the Biafra today. Whenever Nnamdi Kanu is mentioned, Biafra is mentioned. That is why when I see people that are attacking Nnamdi Kanu, I know that they are possessed. They are bought. Because there's no way you can be sincerely pursuing the freedom of Biafra people, and you are attacking the face of the struggle. You and I know that the face of this very agitation is Nnamdi Kanu. Whether you hate him or you like him, it will not change anything. And there is no amount of propaganda and blackmail that you push to make people hate him, because there are evidence to every single thing he has done. There are evidence. People who are not even members of IQA can give account of what he did. So for the blackmailers, for those who are conducting their false flag to tarnish the image of our leader, you came very late, very, very late. And I promise you, at the end of the day, you will realize that you came very late. With this news we saw, the breaking news we saw that came from the United States, it is something of joy. We appreciate it, and we will continue to speak and support it. And we continue to mount pressure. We don't go and sleep and say, oh, because the United States have mentioned it, we should go to bed. No. This is the time to put more pressure. Speak more in all your platform and be more objective in your speech. Be more precise in your speech. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. Don't allow anybody to bully you. Be more precise in what you say. Very, very important. Every single information we are pushing out there, we go a long way to make the difference. That is why it is important. So wherever you are as a Biafran today, we have the responsibility to make sure that the voice of our leader is heard and he is not forgotten. That responsibility is what we will protect by all means necessary. He has done his part. While he was with us, he did a great job. He fought the battle. And today he's not here. My fellow Biafrans, the hour have come. The battle will soon be over. The enemies are not giving up. But I tell you, one with Chukwu Abiyama is majority. And because the owner of the mission, which we embark on, the mission you and I are embarking on, is Chukwu Abiyama, for now, we will fear not. Let us listen to this very program that was presented in VOP and see what they have to say, the report that is coming from there. You know, our evening program is almost reporting from Nigerian government, bringing things they say in there to find out when they are telling the truth and when they are lying. So I want us to pay close attention to this very program while we analyze it. Stay patient. I'm not going to waste your time. We will soon end up.
Government in data, even telephone number there, government in January. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Yeah, when you're not putting it, all the world are not there for how to do. Oh, that Hagana, but you're letting your wine in book, but you're not in book, but you're not in book. Get them road to Nagas in a book. And God was the Canadian dash you. I will touch you. I can move for any batch of fire in the book where I'm a high with it here. Because like just like people so I am a never did the phone number and I'm on it. I am
Barista, emoresi potrano wachunya ho toto mafi bo bi de hoto obla de nabugo mafi bo ihe ba se Nnamdi Kanu na amase na US Congress abalonye Secretary of State ka ha na government in Nigeria ba maka baze Nnamdi Kanu enwere otu onye US Congress onye akpara ha ya John James onye wepụtara ya bụ ihe ka elenye anya ka esi ebe maazị Nnamdi Kanu ikpe ma gbasokwara iwu na-achị ala anyị bụ Nigeria nakwa iwu na-achị mba ụwa ọkachasị ka o siri metụta oke ruru onye barịsa iwu ka m si kwuo nakwa iwu na-achị ala anyị bụ Nigeria nakwa iwu na-achịkọba mba ụwa ọkachasị ka o siri metụta oke ruru onye ha na Secretary of State na gọọmenti Nigeria were nga ntị barịsta nke a ọ bụrụ ile anya na mkpụrụ ụbọchị ole na ole gara aga ka anyị nwetara ozi na ndị ọkaiwu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu achịkọbala ihe niile na ha chọrọ ịgawa apil abịazi ugbu a ndị akpa oku ka ha na gọọmenti Naijiria daa ntị gbasara ya bụ ikpe Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Barrister, nke a bụ mba mgbe m hụrụ ya hụ na ọ bụ mba Amerịka, ahụghị na ọ bụ mba Britain. Obi tọtụrụ m ụtọ maka na mba Amerịka ihe ọbụla ha batara n'ime ya na nke ikpeazụ a ọ dịka ebuturu olileanya. Barrister, olileanya ọtụtụ na nke a na nke ikpeazụ.
Olileanya dị ka from the beginning site na mbụ mgbe ya bidoro amara na m sị Nnamdi Kanu mkpọrọ ka atụrụ ọ gaghị anọ ebe ahụ, ọ gaghị anọ ebe ahụ. Amara na m ekwuru m ya ihe maka na gịnị ihe ekwere ụtọ Nnamdi Kanu mkpọrọ ọwụ self determination ọ na fight, and the self determination ọ nọ na akwụkwọ United Nations. Ewu onye sọ terrorism, America agaghị ebe na-asọpọtụ onye terrorism na atụrụ ya nga, America enweghị ike ime ya. So onye a gosiri ugbu a na ndị gọọmenti Naijiria na nye ahụ emere na nzuzo oge rue mgbe a ga-ekpughe ya onye ọbụla nwunye mere nụ ọwụ igwe na-enye ha. Emecha mgbe ha nwere na-ayọ mba ụwa niile ka ha mee IPOB terrorist group, onye ọbụla ajụ. Mee Nnamdi Kanu terrorist, onye ọbụla ajụ. Even Britain na self with all their agwọ niile ha na-agwọ enweghị ịkpọ Nnamdi Kanu terrorist. So eleje kwụrụ ụtọ ya bụ na mmadụ si ebe a ya nọ na a na-egbu ya egbu ya achọghị ekwe na ebe a ọwụ iwu ha gaa na UN chapter ọnọdụ ya Nigeria signere ya. Ọya ihe mere nụ enweghị ndị kọntrị n'ụwa bụrụla IPOB terrorist group. Amaghị iwu na na-emekwa ndị Naijiria. I'm not joking. Iwu na na-eme ha eziokwu. Nnamdi Kanu ha gwa otu kọntrị obodo ọbụla nọ n'ụwa kpọrọ ndị terrorist. Ọ nweta ka a na-esi ebi ma nwunye nọ na-etu isi ọnụ up and down. Ama m na Nnamdi Kanu nwee ike mkpọrọ ka ọ dị ọka ego asfa na atụrụ mkpọrọ. O nweghị ike nọ mkpọrọ ka nwee ike ịnụ ya. O nweghị ike ya can never happen. Mgbe pressure bịara to Nigeria, ihere ga-eme ha si hapụ Nnamdi Kanu. Akwa n'ụwa ihere ga-eme ha. Atụrụ that Jackson igburu onye Fulani bịara igbu ya.
Sunday Jackson.
Ọ bụ America nyere pressure as hapụ that man. Ọ bụ gị. So ya ga-eru otu ebiri meke just Sunday Jackson ọ ga-eruwe Nnamdi Kanu n'aka. A ga-ajụ kedu ihe kwuru gụọ nwoke a mkpọrọ. A ga-ajụ ya kedu ihe ọ na-fight ekwuru tụọ ya mkpọrọ ka o gburu mmadụ unu hụrụ ya mgbe o ji egbe ya ndị Fulani herdsmen mega up and down ọgwụ onugide Nnamdi Kanu mgbe ọ na-eme ya. Kedu obodo Nnamdi Kanu gara aga wakpo bụ isi ndị n'ebe ahụ were dị village sọzi nke ya n'ụgbadụ m ya nye ndị ebe ibe nwunye ikwu na ọsịkwọsị m si na achọghị m na ebe a nọ ndụ nọ na nsogbu ebe a ihe ọjọọ ọ bụ ihe Nnamdi Kanu na fight self-determination. Ọ dị allowed under the UN Charter, ọ dị allowed. Ọsọ ọnya ka a na-ele anya onye mere enweghị mkpa ọbụla nọ n'ụwa kwere elenụ IPOB bụ a terrorist organization in spite of Buhari na ndị otu ya meghị ya. Ọ ga-eji unu nke a ga-agwa na ndị ụwa na-eleba anya na ihe na-eme na Nigeria. Nnamdi ga-apụta ọtaitere ọ ga-apụta.
Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ga-apụta dịka isi kwuo. Ọ ga-abụ na mmanye mba ndị nwere na mba ofesi ga-amanye Naijiria ga-eme ka ọ pụta ka ọ ga-abụ na ile anya ugbu a ha agawala apil ka ọ ga-esite mpụta ahụ ọ ga-esite n'ụlọ ikpe nọ n'ala anyị bụ Naijiria ka ọ bụ mmanye ndị si mba ofesi ga-amanye gọọmenti Naijiria.
Ihe a niile ikwu ga-anọ n'ime ya. Ndị Amerịka ga-ama atụ preshọ, ndị kọtụ ga-eleba anya legharị okwu anya from preshọ ndị Amerịka ga-enye ha ga-enye ya Tinubu nye ya gọọmenti Naijiria si lekwe nke unu mere anyị ekwetaghị n'ime ya anyị ekwetaghị n'ime ya a sị gị United Nations already ha edele n'ụzọ leta 3 gbasara Nnamdi Kanu nke a na-asapụ ndị Naijiria gọọmenti asapụ ha. So ihe niile a ga-enye aka mgbe a ga-ekwu ya si based on so unu tara iwu ndị Naijiria hapụrụ nwoke a ọ ga-eme adị Igbo ọ ga-eme.
Barrister, ị mara mgbe a na-ekpe Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ikpe, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu si na ha ji iwu ochie na ha ejighị nke ọhụrụ. Barrister, ihe ndị a niile so na ihe ndị nwere ike ileba anya si na mgbe ọnwa maka na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu nọ n'eti ya bụ mgbe na-etisi ike. Kedu ka ị ga-esi iwu ochie were ka na-ekpe ndị ikpe na-ama ikpe were nke ọhụrụ?
Adị Igbo ihe niile aha Nnamdi Kanu kwuru na kọtụ ka anyị si na onye tara n'abalị ka asị na ọwa nwụta nke ahụ agaala ya na-ekwuzi okwu ya na-awụ ihe nọ n'ihu nke nọ ugbu a You got to go. Ma iwu ochie ma iwu ọhụrụ. As long as you control your bro again, none are fighting for self-determination. Osigesi iwu. Ọgwụla. Osigesi. Ihe hapụ ga terrorist gbuchie ndị mmadụ. Ihe hapụ ha enwe ka etụrụ kpọrọ ka ya rụrụ Nnamdi Kanu. Ọ bụ ebe a ka a na-ele anya. Ka mgbe ka ekpuchara ka abịa kwuozie iwu ijiri tụọ ya mkpọrọ ma iwu ochie ma iwu ọhụrụ. Anyị achọghị ịnụ nke ahụ. Ya na-ekwu kedu ihe aha bụ isiokwu Nnamdi Kanu ekwuru tụọ ya mkpọrọ, kedu ihe ọ na-afaịtị? Mgbe ekpuchara nke ahụ amarazi eme nwere ihe ọzọ fọrọ na na-agị. Ọ ya bụ isiokwu m ebe a.
Barrister, ọ bụrụ na ile anya asị nke ikpeazụ ihe ọbụla Amerịka bụ n'ihu mkpa ya ọ na-aga nke ọma karịa ndị Britain. Ọkara ndị Britain dị n'onwe ha otu Amerịka na-anọgide na-etinye ọnụ n'ihe na-eme n'ala anyị bụ Naijiria, nke a mekwara nke emeghị ka esi egbusi ndị nke Kraịst na ihe ndị ọzọ. Britain nwedị nke ha na-etinye nwedị maka na ha bụ our colonial masters.
Mgbe a Tinubu gara na Britain ga anara £700 million rebe abụọ their steel industry ka ha na-ebubataziere anyị steel eji emezi apapa pọt. Iche na ọgịnị ka e mere ya? Ị maghị ihe mere ya? Ọ bụ iji mechie ndị Britain ọnụ ka ha na-asọpọtụ gọọmenti a. Ịma ha Advocacy complex n'ebe ahụ enwe onye gara ka emezie ya ka esi ebe a na-arụpụta igwe eji emezi apapa pọt. Agawa Britain their steel industry dara n'ala nwụọ na Nigeria ga revive ọra gị. Akweghị ya. So olee ndị na ndị a ga-abịa ikwu against the government of Nigeria? Mba, it's not possible. So ọnya ka ha ji ga were mechie ha ọnụ. And arụrụ ala Britain na-arụ ọya mere their empire jiri daa. Ile anya ugbu a America wụ their colonial state. America na-agwazi Britain ihe ọ ga-eme ugbu a. Ewughị ya. America na-akọntrolu Britain now. Ọwụghị na ọwụkwudu ụtọ arụrụ ala ha na-arụ. Britain ji arụrụ ala nọride all their colonies. All their colonial states. Arụrụ ala ka ha ji nọride ha. Ọkwa ihe mere ha niile dị na-enupụrụ isi. Instead ha ga-aga to them, ha gaa to America. America nwere colony in Africa. Nwa ka abụghị colony ha nwere n'Africa. Ewughị. Mana people na prefer America na ihe gbasara udiri ha than Britain because ile anya ọnwụ na Britain pụtara na-ekwu okwu ha na-awakpo ndị mmadụ na ndị ha ịghọtago a ga-emebi a ga-akwụsịla mana Britain arụrụ ala ha wanyefere ndị ugwu ọchịchị n'aka mere ha ji nwe ike ha ji na-eme ha na-eme so enwezi na-arịga adị ha akwa ihe mere na ha ji na-eme gịnị ha ji na-ada mba.
Barrister onye General Overseer nke Redeem Christian Church, Pastor Enoch Adeboye Abotala, ma gwa ndị service chief CEO na ha nwere mkpụrụ ụbọchị 90 days ịkwụsị ka esi eyi ndị mmadụ egwu n'ala anyị bụ Naijiria. Ọ sị ma ọ bụghị otu ahụ na ha chesawa ọwa. Ụmụafọ ala anyị apụtala si ya dadi ji ikpo ị kara sịkwa na ihe ikwuru ugbu a esi ndị service chief atụrụ anya na ị kara sịkwa na onye isi ala Bola Ahmed Tinubu ịkwụsịgo oge enweghị nchekwa n'ala anyị bụ Naijiria gbaa arụkwa gị ịgbazie ndị service chief kedu ihe mere ị ga-atọ okwu atọ ụta ka kwuo maka na oge Goodluck Jonathan ikwu n'ihu mkpa mee ngagharị iwe na-eti mkpu niile ị na-agba Goodluck Jonathan okwu ị na-agwa ya direct mgbe ị nọ na-agwa Goodluck Jonathan okwu isi ndị service chief ya kama ị gwara ya direct Goodluck Jonathan kedu ihe mere pụta gị gwa Bola Ahmed Tinubu okwu si ọ bụrụ na ị ga na-akwụsị nwunye oke nweghị nchekwa n'ala anyị bụ Naijiria gbaa arụkwa gị ị na-agbazi ndị service chief.
Ọ gosiri na nwoke a achịkwa masị mmadụ na-eme okenye ịghọtala ya na-ekwu okwu ka okenye so that ndị ọ na-edu ga na-eme ihe ziri ezi duzie ụzọ ọma. Ọ dị today enwere ebe hụrụ nwoke a pụtara gwa Tinubu okwu mba nwa ya nwaanyị wụ dọkịta ya na aganisi spiritually ọ wee pastọ nwunye Tinubu enwere mgbe ọ pụtara gwa okwu mba ya na-ekwu okwu ya na-agba ya around na-agba ya okirikiri biko ma jụọ gị kedu ikikere nwoke a nwere ọ ga-eji si service na mbọ resign ọnya nwere ha point ka asụka nọ n'okwu ọ mara na ya okwuru enwe ebe ọ gara onye ga-agba ha resign na ọ bụ onye nyere ha appointment so ị na-ekwu okwu onye a ka ị ga-agwa kpọọ Tinubu ahụ apụrụ n'oge tọrọ ya bụ ya si ele ihe ị na-eme na gaba ndị sabiti bụ ozuole mụ na amalite na ụlọ resign ụlọ kwutuo n'ọchịchị ma ọ gbanye akpọrọ ndị chọọchị ya ha ga-ajegharị igwe na Freedom Park ebe a ha gara na nke Jonathan 2012 onye mara o nwere ike ime ọ bụghị ihe ọjọọ mee one president gaa njegharị iwe gara na 2012 against Jonathan ihe karịrị Jonathan eme na onye ọbụla agbachi nkịtị ada Igbo ihe karịrị Jonathan o mepụrụ ndị a niile gara na Freedom Square in 2012 kedebe ha nọ kedebe ha nọ ha jiri gbachi nkịtị nwa nke chere pụta na ebe njegharị igwe maka na nwanne ha nọ n'ọchịchị nwere ihe ọzọ ada Igbo nwere ihe ọzọ eji ntụ mmadụ na-eme politiks ụnụzi ihe a na ọwụghị ihe ọjọọ ekwuole m ya nke a bifo sekọnd ọ bụrụ na onye Igbo nọ n'ọchịchị ihe a na-eme ada Igbo iche na ị ga-abịa na studio ndị a na ha ga-ekweghị pụta echi gwa m eziokwu ọ bụ ebe ọbụla ahụrụ onye Igbo asọ ọ bụ n'ụkọsụrụ na ọnwụrụ mere nke a ma ọ gbana ndị Igbo ga ga-atọrọ ụmụaka a tọrọ n'Ọyọ steeti kpụpụ isi mana lee ya ndị mere ihe enweghị ga-atụpụrụ ha ọnụ ada Igbo ị nọ na mgbe ndị ala na-ekwu gbasara ndị mere ihe ha gbana ha nwa ịdajiri mkpọdụ ha nwa si bịa nye unu na-eme n'ala Yoruba ya achọghị ya ha enweghị ike ikwu okwu ada Igbo ha enweghị ike ikwu okwu mana lee mgbe onye Igbo na onye ala ga-eso okwu na ebe Biladibos Pemba maka ga-ha pụta ndị Igbo chọrọ iteki Lagos ndị chọrọ iteki ala ụlọ na ahụ ha na agaghị ekwu okwu ada Igbo ha agaghị ekwu okwu ọ bụ ihe m jiri ala ka ma ndị otu ha na-esi eme ihe but I'm telling you ihe supposed ịpụta chegharị iwe daka iwu kwu okwu ha agaghị ekwu ya a sịrị ihe ọbụla onye Igbo na onye ala gara na ndị Igbo supermarket mebi ihe gbasara ego na-esoro okwu ka ịhụ ha pụta ndị Igbo chọkwa n'ime nke a ndị Igbo chọkwa n'ime nke a ha chọrọ Igbo ala Yoruba ha chọrọ over my something because ọ gbasara onye Igbo mana ụdịrị ihe eme n'ala ha ada Igbo nwe onye pụtara ikwu ada Igbo nwe onye pụtara ikwu gwa nwunye nwere kedu otu ị ga-edefine coward can you just imagine n'ala ha
maka na kwarịsa ihe kwuru bụ eziokwu maka na ọkwado ụbọchị ụnyaahụ ka m nọ na-ajụ ya Maazị Tony Mbata si na ndị ndu Yoruba na-ama ha na ihe me ha pụta tie mkpu nke mana ọ dịzie ka n'ikpeazụ enwezi onye ha gbara nkịtị enwezi onye na-anụ olu ha
ya nwere gba nkịta enwere ndị ọ gbasara ada Igbo enwere ndị ha na-atụ ụjọ enweghị ihe ọzọ ọgwụ enwere ndị ha na-atụ ụjọ ya bụrụ ndị Igbo nweta ka a ga-esi ekwu ya gwa m eziokwu ọnwụta ka a ga-esi ekwu ya gịnị ọnwụ ndị Igbo ahụrụ ya ga-aghọzie suspect wee target asụ na ọnụ nwanne unu mere nke a ọnwa unu bụrụ nwanne anyị ọnwa unu tọrọ nwanne anyị jọsụ gbachi nkịtị ada Igbo gbachi nkịtị ebere mgbe nụrụ ha kpara aha ndị mere ya a na-akpọ ha mba aga-akpọ ha ahụ ada Igbo ka ịbụ the type of people gị na ha mere ndị aghụghọ ọgbuo ha na aghụghọ n'otu ha niile dị gbachi nkịtị enwe nke pụtara n'aka gosi ndị Fulani o zoro n'unu kedu onye ga-eji eburu nọ ebe a na-ala Yoruba na-adị egbu ndị mmadụ dewu nọtọk enweghị ịgba ha otu John jekie ehi ọnwụlọ onye Yoruba na onye Igbo mekọrọ ya uke hie ezu ahapụzi ndị mere ihe kpọwa ndị Igbo ahụ ọjọọ ka nsụkwa na ọha onye Igbo ihe a na ha jụjụ n'Ọyọ steeti onye Igbo nwere ike ime eketa mmadụ chi ala Igbo bịa tọrọ mmadụ ya gbufu izu maka gị ole onye Igbo ọgwụ enweghị ike ime ya ọwụghị ahụ karakta ada Igbo ọwụghị ahụ karakta ha mechara biznes ha ya afọ ka a jebe ịtọ mmadụ mana mgbe arụ na-eme na mgbe ha agaghị ikwu okwu a sị gị lewe anya mgbe ọbụla ihe ntakịrị ihe metụrụ ugbu ị ga-ahụ ha hapụta ihe a mere na divert attention ka ahụ nọ ndị Igbo
Ọrịsa enwere ihe kwutere enwere ihe kwuru mgbe m jụrụ gị ajụjụ maka Adadi GO Pastor Enoch Adeboye nke ụlọụka Redeem na ihe o kwuru gbasara ndị service chief esi na kedu ihe mere ọ gaghị apụta mee ngagharị iwe na Freedom Park ebe o mere na 2012 n'oge Goodluck Ebele Jonathan bụ onye isi Ọrịsa enwere ihe na-ekwu ekwu igwezi ụzọ n'ọrụ dị iche iche m ga-agụpụtara gị ya ọtụtụ ndị na-akpọ Adadi GO Pastor Enoch Adeboye ka ọ pụta mekwa ngagharị iwe ahụ o mere n'afọ 2012 gbasara Goodluck Ebere Jonathan. Ha si na nke ikpeazụ a na ọ kwesịrị ime ngagharị iwe nke a kwa ụbọchị n'ihi na mmiri ejugo awụ ọnụ. Mana e nwere ya bụ ụlọ ụka ya Redeemed Christian Church of God ji akara S ha bụ nke bụbụrụ Twitter. Otu nwaala anyị na-ajụ ajụjụ ihe mere na Pastọ Enoch Adeboye ga-apụta bịa mee ngagharị iwe ọzọ na ihe ya bụ ụlọ ụka zara ya bụ nwa amadi. Ụlọ ụka si ya bụ nwa amadi, kedu ka iji chee na nwoke nọ afọ 84 84 years ga-eji pụta bịa mewere gị ngagharị iwe maka ọdịmma gị? Ọ na-adịbeghị njikere. Ihe a bụ ihe ụlọ ụka RCCG sara ya bụ nwa amadi na ha adịbeghị njikere na ị na-eche nwoke nọ 84 years Pastọ Enoch Adeboye ka ọ bịakwuru n'ihu nkwamere gị ngagharị iwe na ọ na-adịbeghị redi. Ihe edere ebe a you are not ready. Ọ na-adịbeghị njikere. Ọrịsa a sị gị na ọ ga-apụta nwụrụ iwe ọ bụrụ ya maka ndị niile na-eche ya bụ ngagharị iwe ọ dịghị ka Pastọ Enoch ga-apụta gbabere na ngagharị iwe a sị na ọ nọ 84 years.
Biko were chere ka ụzọ a ga-aba afọ Lagos nọkwa biko hapụgana na ihe awụ ihe a na-eme ka a ga-agba ata atenshọn afọ nwere bịa a na-agba awụwa azọ ga-adị dị ndụ mana o nwere ike ọ ga na-eji abịa chọọchị everyday na-ekpe ihe ọ na-eme na chọọchị akwa ya onye nọ 84 years ọ na-abịa chọọchị every Sunday na-abịa eprichi ana ọfrịn amaghị onye nọ 84 years ji ego eme adị Igbo chọọchị ọ na-abịa every Sunday na-abịa anara ọfrịn nara tithe and order. Kedu ihe ọ na-eji dị ego eme? Kedu ihe ọ na-abịa eme? O nwere ike ime nke a mana onweghị ike ịgachigharị igwe maka gịnị? Ụmụaka eji n'ime ọhịa na ndị egbufuru isi o nweghị ike imegharị iwe maka ya bi are you serious? Ịhụnanya ya anya na-eji egwu onye kwuru nye ha awishi enwere m opportunity ịsagharị ya ha ya o kwuru enweghị isi maka na gịnị as iwu onye gịnị ị na-arụ Chineke ọrụ ị na-arụ Chineke ọrụ that gị nwee ahụ nwe ụkwụ aka ga-eche gị ike ị ga na-arụ ọrụ ahụ ọgụle Chineke kpọrọ gị ndị nọ na Baịbụl Moses ndị a niile kedu enwere mgbe a gwara ha tụọ age mere ha mba mana ị nwere ike ikwu ihe ndị niile ha ejeghị ego ga anara ihe enweghị okwu atọl enweghị limit of time ị ga na-adị asa abụ ị na-arụ ọrụ Chineke as long as iwepụta na ogwe si na-arụ Chineke ọrụ enweghị ndị limit ya na-egwu ya sị n'ọwa gị adịta ya ka anyị ma nọ n'ọdụ na that church ọ mgbe m ga-ekwere but as long as ọ na-abịa chọọchị ahụ anara offering na anara tithe edeghị ọ na-eji ego ndị ahụ eme
barịsa ka m gbazi ego ọkpa n'eze maka aga m agbakọ eze gị ya bụ ụlọ ụka gakwara n'iru a sị gị na nke ikpeazụ a onye na-achịkọba ihe gbasara igozirite ozi ọlọrọ ọhụrụ ha ọ nọ n'ọrụ ya bụ ụlọ ụka gakwara n'ihu ma kwuo na ya bụ na-enweghị mgbe ọbụla Pastọ Adeboye sonyere na ngagharị iwe imegide ọchịchị Goodluck Ebere Jonathan kama barịsa a sị na ihe ahụ o mere ewu prayer walk barịsa a sị na ọ bụ prayer walk ịghọtara o si eme ga-apụta gaa njem maọbụ gaa ije n'ụzọ ekpere bụkwa nke eji ikpe ekpere na ihe ndị ọzọ a sị na ọ bụghị ngagharị iwe na ọ bụ prayer walk.
Biko ya na-eze ya ugbu a ka prayer walk ahụ ya ga na-eze ya ugbu a ka anyị dịdị ya as long as ọ prayer atụrụ n'ụkọ nwa nọkwa na-eme Nigeria praise ọwachi ọpụtide ka nwa nọ ekpere ha Nigeria ekpere Chineke ọ nabatara ekpere ahụ Chineke a ga-anabata oziri ekpere ha onye mere enwere ya so ndị a niile jide ekpere na-akọba anya anyị na-akọba ịghọta unu na-edisi igwe onwuru maka Chineke kwuoli ya prayer of a sinner is an abomination to God. God bụ onye na-eme ihe ọ na-eme ka ha ji prayer na-akọba kedu ihe unu kpeta na prayer m na-eme ọ bụ ụzọ ha chi na-anara ego biko Adeboye ga-abịara anyị prayer walk ahụ again anyị nidi ya na ugbu a ka a ga-aka na-ada ụda ọ ga-aka ada ụda ugbu a bịa mee prayer walk ahụ again ọnya anyị nidi akwa ekwe nwere direct line to God ngwa kpọọ ya ka ọ gwa gị otu ihe a ga-esi adị mma enu abdọlụ nwa gị nwaanyị ọgwụ ya gịdị a ga-ada unu dị chọọchị na-edisi gbuo onwe unu lee ya ọ dị ugbu a ha ga-ekwuzi ọnụ atọ adị Igbo na ihe dị otu a na-eme ndị a na-achọ one excuse or the other ka e were kọva ya ọ bụrụ onye ọzọ adị Igbo ọwụta ka ndị ala ga-esi ekwu ya this na hammer. Meanwhile, they work hammer.
Barrister, I'm going to say, never found the Potara, Monoka, Arusi, Kahabega, Agako, say, half of the hour. I have no look at it. They were eventually met to guy, but I don't look at us. I have a good guy who are about Yakibazio.
And the only issue I had no about it, I have most of it. I would have one there. Look, yeah, in the hand, Chineke we are there, not George, but they don't know. I think Chineke we are not George. You got like I wish Chineke no Moses. Mba ha nwere Adamic justice, Adamic law. Ba ha Chineke a na-ekwu oge ime ibide ya pịaria, ime ya pịaria. Ọ bụ Jizọs Kraịst o nwetara ya bịa nwụọ n'ihi ndị mmadụ onye mere na Chineke jiri ịghọtala ọ na-eji ike igwe ma ọ bụ ya ndị a niile mara edegharịsị ha woo enwe men of God ha woo God ga-apụta gba ahụ osisi lekwa n'anya ị ga n'ọsa bibi ya asatụ Satan ya pịa anya in broad daylight iwe na-eme ha niile anya ihe abịaghị ugbu a Igbo bụ eziokwu ọ ka ha chọọ kara mgbe Jonathan na-achị ọ bụ ka ndị men of God suppose dị abụọ onwe ha ewere a na-eme politics
Barrister King siri bụrụ ugbu a June 12 Democracy Day ụbọchị ọchịchị onye kwuo uche ya n'ala anyị bụ Nigeria ọchịchị etiti ehiwele kọmitii ga-achịkọba ihe gbasara mmemme June 12 mana na mgbede ụbọchị June 12 a ga-eji gala na nri na mgbari were chịkọba ya ọnụ maka na ịghọtara ọbụla obi ojii isi ala tatosa gotos na amasịkwa onye ukwu na onye nta Barrister
ewerele onye na-amaghị ihe ka eriri ọwụghị Abiola wụfuola every June ha na-aga agba egwu n'ala Igbo ya Abiola ha ebufuoli ya nwoke a gara anọ today akwa ndị sokọ na dekwu akwa mere Abiola ji ga-abụfuo ndụ ya mpadụ ịcha chetara ya ọ na-enwe igwe eziokwu niile nwoke a gara anọ ndụ bụka Abacha gwara ya nna hapụ onye a gaa zuru ike ka m nye gị freedom ka ị gaa gbuo onwe gị abroad ha sị mba ha kwekwele ha declare ya president as are you serious onye civilian na-aga challenge onye amị nọ n'ọchịchị ele ebe o mere meanwhile ha niile chiri ụzọ dịka gbapụchicha gbanaghị abroad were nwoke a kpeghị ya n'ime agha were ya dọwara Abacha erie ya gbukwu enwe mgbe ihe a mere adị Igbo nwere ihe ha mere mana ha nwere Abiola pasọ gịnị ọ bụrụ na enwe ihe mere ya na ha ga-eme nka Abiola ekwere na nwere ndị kwu ya n'azụ adị Igbo God Almighty Abiola ekwere na ụmụnne ya na ya n'azụ ọ maghị na ndị a bụ ihe ọzọ n'obi enwere especially onye nọ n'ọchịchị ugbu a ewere Abiola kpafuo ya nwoke ọ na data ihe a bịa ka abalị ya gbapụga ụgwọ gara anọ aga emechachi ya Naijiria ihe dịzie mma ndị mmadụ ga-azụ oge ka enye asị pati votu ịghọtago maka ihe emere ya yes mana ndị agbara ihe a na planị na ọ bụrụ na Abiola mmechachi ya na ọ ga-enye ha atụ ụzọ mefuo ya adị Igbo ha atụ ụzọ mefuo ya up to today nothing ihe na president ahụ asọ enwere onye nyere ya nwanne ya lachiala ọchịchị agbasa ndị achịala enwere mgbe a kpọrọ Abiola president ya mewo were ahụ ya na-eme June 12 anọda ka a sịkwa na emere ya eme
mana Barrister n'ụbọchị echi bụ Tọzdee abalị atọ nke ọnwa ka mmemme June 12 ga-achalụ ọkụ a ga-enwe jumaatị nwekwa nke ndị okpukperechi alakụba nwekwa ụka maka ndị nke Kraịst a ga-emegide onye ukwu metụrụ onye nta a ga-enwekwa World Press Conference ọ bụkwa naanị nke aruo a ga-enwekwa Democracy Day Public Lecture n'abalị 9 nke ọnwa a ọbụla dị n'abalị 10 nke ọnwa a ga-enwekwa ya bụ ihe emume achịkọbara maka ụmụ nwaanyị n'abalị 12 nke ọnwa kpọmkwem D-Day onye isi ala Bola Ahmed Tinubu ga-agwa ụmụafọ ala anyị okwu dịka ya bụ osisi kwuo ọ sị na ọ ga-agwa ụmụafọ ala anyị ihe ndị o mepụtara kamgbe afọ atọ ahọpụtara ya n'ọchịchị nakwa ihe ndị ọzọ ọ chọrọ ime n'ọdịnihu.
Ga-egbalụ otu ndị a na-ebo ndị Igbo ụgwọ mgbe ọ bụ prọfesọ Humphrey Nwosu ewere ga-akpa Abiola ahụ na ya ewere ga-amata na Abiola nwere elekshọn ahụ. Ọnwụ na Humphrey Nwosu meghe otu ndị Amerika megurube ha ga-asị gị na ọtụfa nwere a ga-etegharị ya n'ọtụfa nwere ewere ọchịchị nyefe tofa ị ga-ekwukwa Abiola ege ọzọ akpa ọhụrụ mana Humphrey Nwosu onye pụtara kwuo ya in spite of all the intimidation and everything ema city Igbo a na-agbado na Nigeria enwere gbagọtụ nwoke ahụ na risk o teki ndị amị ji egbe na-aga around na-aga azụ okwu onye ahụ ege nwoke shio kwuo ya ọ bụ otu Humphrey Nwosu mere anyị amata na Abiola gwuru ya ala Igbo ọ ya kpọrọ rizọt asị ya ha gwara
option A4
ọ bụghị ya ị gara amata ọ bụ ya kpọọ rizọt ha si akpọ ọ bụghị ya kpọọ ya nwere na gị enwere ka a ga-ebute bụ nwa Abiola bụ na elekshọn ahụ a ga-agwa gị lekwe ihe anyị na-epụtara kwuo okwu ahụ ewere ya nyefe ndofa ala Igbo ọ bụ ndị amị na chifu ahụ ị ga-abịa gị na ha na-abịa isi ọ ga-aka jutu gara ahụ mana nwoke ekwechi lee ugbu a ha na-efele enwere ebe a kpọtụrụ Humphrey Nwosu ahụ maka na ọ bụ onye Igbo enweghị na-echeta gị obere a sịrị ndị a niile don't worry.
Ọka bụ n'oge ndị Igbo na Voice of the People 90.3 FM ama na ya bụ ihe emume na-adaba barista ịhụ ihe aka chịrị steeti Ekiti n'oge gara aga ya na Ifeanyi Uche pụtara ma na-ekwu gbasara ụmụaka atọrọ na steeti Ọyọ ọ sị na ebubo na-enwere aka na steeti Ọyọ Seyi Makinde na-akpacha anya mee ihe a iji kpọọ Bola Ahmed Tinubu iji wetara ya ihere ma kpọọ ọchịchị ya aha ọjọọ mana Seyi Makinde azaghachiri ya sị na ị chọrọ ekpere ekpesịrị ezigbote ekpere ka ekpesịrị iwu n'isi Ifeanyi Uche maka ihe na-akọ barista nyeso nwe ike n'ụbọchị ụnyaahụ dịka ndị nkụzi na-emekwa ngagharị iwe na Abuja si na kedu ihe mere na na-enweghị n'oge gara aga mgbe a tọrọ ndị nkụzi na FCT Abuja kedu ihe mere na ha pụtaghị ime ngagharị iwe ọ bụzi nke a tọrọ na Ọyọ ugbu a mapụtabala eme ngagharị iwe ọ bụkwa naanị nke ahụ enwecha ndị ọzọ nọ na APC ọnụ na-eru n'okwu Reda Ọmọkiri echara m ihe kwuru na afọ 2021 mgbe Buhari bụ onye isi ala tọrọ ma ụmụ akwụkwọ na mpaghara ugwu ya si Buhari na-arụkwaghị m maka ya bụ ihe mana n'afọ 2026 Reda Ọmọkiri apụtasị na ọchịchị etiti agaghị enwenwere ike chekwa ụlọ akwụkwọ niile ị na-ahụ ihe ndị a niile na-ekwu nwanne anyị nwoke jee Igbo kwapụtakwala ma kwuo ihe ndị a niile iji butere Tinubu ahụ ọjọọ kpọọ ọchịchị ahụ ọjọọ gbarịsa ọ dị ka ndị ewebatara okwe ndọrọ ndọrọ ọchịchị n'ihe gbasara ndụ mmadụ
ihe a wee gba nkịta mmiri ejula ma ọ na mmadụ ihe a na-ekwu ihe ejizi ndụ mmadụ na-eme ndọrọ ndọrọ ọchịchị adị ndụ mmadụ enweghị ọgwụ na Naịjirịa ndị a niile na-efu isi ọnụ ha ejeghelesi mmiri ọgwụ ọ ga-ezu onye ọbụla ọnụ ọ bụ kọmbaịt ọ ga-eru ha n'aka ma ọ bụ ugbu ya wụrụ leta nyere ebe ha taa maka emeji ya wụrụ ha nsọ enyi ya ọ ga-ezu ha ọnụ ma mgbe eleta ha agaghị ikwu laka nwoke a na-eji eji na radio data jeneral eji ya lakwu ọkụkịta mgbe a na-ekwu na gịnị na Boko Haram na-emebila na ha afọ n'ọkwa gị na ma chọọ gọọmenti achụọla ha niile akwa ya onye akpara n'aka na ya na nwunye ọ bụ ka ọ dị tụọ ga-ekwu ha n'aka ma eleze ha agaghị onye mere na ma bọda n'ụdịrị ka ha na-ekwu Chineke nna ma otu o si arụ ọrụ akwa Chineke ka anyị na-efe hapụnye aha ọ ga-emezucha ha niile nye ha kwetara akwa ọsị nkwọta ebe anyị uso onyugbu mgbe ha na-eme ihe asị na ha na-emegide Jonathan mgbe ha kwere na ọ ga-adị otu a ekwetara onye kwere ha ga-asụ na ọgbachi mana ledi ugbu a
barista aka jidegodi ebe ahụ ọ ka bụrụ oge ndị Igbo na Voice of the People 90.3 FM ọtụtụ ozi na ebe a Francis Udozo isi ụtụtụ ọma ndị nke m Emmanuel Oke ụtụtụ ọma ezinụlọ VOP onye kachi asọ gwa ụtụtụ ọma dị Igbo isi welcome back Kingsley Echefuna isi ụtụtụ ọma VOP oge Okafọ Adigbo ụtụtụ ọma to handsome ụtụtụ ọma Favour Probity ụtụtụ ọma to handsome na Adigbo Frank Charles isi Adigbo nnọọ oge Okafọ isi ụtụtụ ọma VOP Blessing mmadụ Adigbo ụtụtụ ọma welcome back oge Okafọ isi ihe na-eme n'obodo anyị na-agba anya mmiri Juventus ọkpara ofe aka 1 ya gaziri ego kekekere tu Okafọ ụtụtụ ọma ndị nke gị ka onye nwanyị gaa n'iru na-agọzi ma na-echekwabanye ise eji ọfọ Clementina ụtụtụ ọma ndị nke m ise Ada Igbo welcome back Queen Ifeoma Ada Igbo ka ewe ka ịkwalite handsome ori na kpọmkpa omeje Kingsley Makochukwu Ada Igbo ụtụtụ ọma redio m ekweghị ekwu okwu ọ ga-ekwurila ọ chọrọ ya chika dibịa nwa ụtụtụ ọma ndị Igbo niile Ada Igbo welcome back our mentor Maazị Nnamdi Kanu agatọhapụrụla ya Maazị Losin Amadi isi nsogbu Naijiria bụ ndị enwere ndị kpọrọ ha nsogbu Naijiria Maazị Losin Amadi ị gara n'iru ma kwuo si Agasevi Igbo ole na ụbalị mma Judith Abuji Dohansom na Ada Igbo ụtụtụ ọma Ada Igbo welcome back ụbọchị taa mara anyị niile mma Victor Ikenna ụtụtụ ọma Ada Igbo na Dohansom nwoke mara mma Maazị Losin Amadi isi Dohansom onye ụmụ na-ede enwere ihe ọ na-ede ọkara ịrọ imere idea na mgbe imere idea ebuka udo ọzọ ụtụtụ ọma Ada Igbo Maazị Losin Amadi isi VOP bụkwa na ụlọ ụka gị isi VOP bụ ụlọ ụka gị Ada Igbo na Dohansom abụrụ ndị pastọ Maazị Losin Amadi gara n'iru ma de sinabarịsa Darlington onye ọma n'ebe nwanne de Samụmbakwe ịbụọla chi Maazị Losin Amadi ịbụkwado onye ngwụdaja ịhụrụ gị eji ọfọ Clementina ise Ada Igbo ahụbeghị mma na njem imere agara njerite nwaanyị riga nne-etie eji ọfọ Clementina enwere ihe aga m akọwa anyị plantain ga-egidoro na plantain maka na plantain na nke ikpeazụ aghala sara Tinubu kere rice na-eke 5,000 enwere nwaanyị kega plantain ugbu a gbalịsị mụka ma chọrọ gị otu Igbo enwere ihe ebe na otu Igbo ya nwere lepụta otu Igbo otu gbalịsị otu aga m enyebe ofe ishi ịkarịala otu Igbo Chineke barịsta afeke enwe otu nwaanyị dị plantain emewe ọmụ ugbu a
Let's hold it here and let us go to the rest news that we have for the day. I think we had enough for VOP. Let us go to another update that is coming from another media station. As you know, every evening what we do here is to present information from the media in Nigeria. So this is, they have deliberated very well on the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the insecurity in Nigeria. The deliberation was not bad. It was not bad. All we are saying, whichever angle you have your responsibility, continue to focus on this and do it. Don't be a distraction to others. Don't be a distraction. What we don't want is distraction. Do not distract anybody. Anyone you know that you are capable of doing, go ahead and do it and don't be a distraction. So since the law Napa have been busted in this channel, she's no longer frequent like she used to be. After we busted her, and I think her cup has full and she's no longer frequenting the channel. She's not going to the platform of those who sent her to do whatever nonsense she's doing. So we continue to always get information from all platforms, from all places, as we have always done. And that is what we are doing. That is what we have learned to do, to present information that are coming from the conventional media, because we can't report only ourselves. So after we make a report, we made a report of this case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the intervention of the United States. Now their own media has confirmed it, and they gave their own commentary on that also. So it's important. That is why we always go to those places and bring things out, and so that people can be able to use it to confirm what we are saying. Because if we depend on only what we are saying, people might not understand what we are saying. Some people think we're making it up. It's not only Biafrans that are watching, non-Biafrans are watching our programs from other parts of the world. So that is why we have to make it open, so that people can understand. People can understand where we are coming from, what we are doing, and why we are doing what we are doing. It is very important. So we must have to continue to play our own role and do our own part anytime we can, and make sure that we are not forgotten. So wherever you are as a Biafran, I urge you in the name of Chukwuka Biama to continue to stay strong. The battle has just begun. The battle has just begun. In case you don't know, you better know it now. The battle has just begun. You are going to see a lot of things happen in time to come. You're going to see a whole lot of things happening. And when these things are happening, you must pay attention and remain consistent, because consistency is the key in all of this. Consistency is the key. If you are not consistent, we might lose it. We need to continue to mount pressure. All this noise we are making in our platform, 1%, 2%, it goes a long way. Do not be discouraged. It goes a long way. That is why I continue to come online, regardless the attack, regardless, even if it's only me, I will still come here. So I thank God that many of our brothers are coming online. Many people are coming. No matter how difficult it is, you see people coming, joining, and making sure that the voice of the Biafrans are heard. Just like my beloved brother Gerard. Gerard is always here with me. Gerard is here with me in the morning, afternoon, and evening. He's always here. And so many other people. They join me on every day. Even if it is only 2 of us or 3 of us that are like, once we share it, another one person will get it. Another person will get it. Before you know it, the entire nation will hear it. They can't hide it. We will never allow them to hide the truth. We will continue to expose the truth at every given opportunity that we have. That is what we have signed, and we will continue to do it. So let us hear this news from Arise on what they have on this radio station. Because our duty is to continue to bring update on the situation, update on what is going on, and make sure that they do not hide the truth and debunk the ones we can debunk. Let's go.
Abduction of school children and teachers in Oyo State. This is not merely an attack on innocent citizens. It is an assault on our collective humanity. Today we grieve the loss of 2 dedicated educators, Mr. Michael Oyedoku, who died in captivity, and Mr. Deshaun Adeboye, who lost his life during the attack. We also mourn the child whose life was cut short before its promise could be fulfilled. We share the pain of the bereaved families. Their collective loss is our loss. Their sorrow is our sorrow. Their pain is our pain. And so I want to commend the security services.
If you move in there to wipe out the terrorists, you may end up wiping out the children. And so it might take a while to distinguish the chaff from the grains. So on behalf of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, we extend our deepest condolences to Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and all the bereaved families of Nigerians. In fact, the entire school community in Nigeria, and particularly the government and the good people of Oyo State.
That was the President of the Senate. Good morning, everyone, and good morning, viewers. I believe we have Benga Ashiru in Abuja. Good morning, Benga.
Good morning, Ojinika Obe.
Fantastic.
So nice to be here with you.
Fantastic. Good morning, Ayo.
Good morning, Oji.
I have missed you.
I missed you too. It's so long.
And our favorite Naja.
My girl. Good morning.
The nation is in mourning. Meanwhile, Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde addressed the protesters directly, stepping out to meet the crowd at the state secretariat in Ibadan. The governor assured protesters that authorities were intensifying efforts to secure the release of the abducted pupils and teachers, urging Nigerians to remain united and warning against politicizing the rescue operation. Let's take a look.
So it's not the time for us to say, well, it is the president that should have handled this, it is the governor or the local government. This is a time to pull together as one. We're not dealing with normal human beings. How would somebody take a fellow human being and slaughter him? It's not somebody that is normal. Have trust in your government. We're doing our best. The response at this time should be to pull together, allow the government to see this through.
An FCT minister, Nyesom Wike, has sparked fierce backlash online after making controversial comments in the midst of the nation's pain and protests, addressing members of the Nigeria Union of Teachers at the FCT Administration Secretariat in Abuja on Tuesday. Wike warned the public not to politicize insecurity, questioning why there were no similar protests in Abuja when teachers were previously kidnapped in other states. Let's take a look.
You have said it here that teachers have been kidnapped in FCT before. Why is it that people didn't even rose up to say, oh, let the teachers in Abuja also be released? So why is this one not particular? We're all concerned. We're all concerned, but that does not politicize issue. That's what I will not support. But we're all concerned about security situation. We're all concerned about how the teachers and students should be released. And we all know, without being biased, that the security system is doing quite a lot to make sure that they contain the level of insecurity in this country. Again, let us face reality that no government will on its own say, let there be kidnapping every day. It's not possible. But we know where we will find ourselves, and we know that this government will do everything possible that normalcy return. So that's what I have to tell you. So I have to say it down and let everybody hear me. You said it. You said it. That teachers in Abuja were kidnapped before. Nobody went on strike. Nobody went on strike. So what concerns you concerns everybody. What concerns Abuja also concerns everybody. So when it gets to our own, people should also write to the same location.
Well, those comments did not land well with some users on social media. Well, human rights activist Omoyele Sowore, who joined the protest in Abuja, fired back, calling Wike a foolish man for telling grieving Nigerians not to politicize the abduction of their children. Let's take a look.
He's a foolish man, and I've seen that in front of his office. He's lucky that I didn't meet him here when he was saying that rubbish. Revolution now. Yes. How can you say that you should not politicize when he himself is a product of the politics of insecurity himself? So, if he had said that while I was there, I would have told him to his face that you are a foolish man and let him do his worst. But he left before I got here.
There are many, views to these comments. But before I come to you, Ayo, more
on insecurity, and this time the church is speaking out. General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Pastor Adeboye, has issued a clear and direct ultimatum to Nigeria's security chiefs, declaring, get rid of these terrorists within 90 days or resign. Let's take a look.
I'm talking to you as Nigerian. If I were asked to make suggestions, I would say quietly to our government, move fast and tell our security chiefs, get rid of these terrorists within 90 days or resign.
All right, so that's the general overseer there. Before I come to you, Adeboye went further, urging the government not just to target terrorists, but eliminate their sponsors, no matter how highly placed, declaring, when giving orders to the service chiefs this time around, make it clear that they should eliminate the terrorists and those sponsoring them. And this is a call that we've made several times on this table. Even when I spoke with General Christopher Musa, the Minister of Defense, he said the same thing. In our system is, one step closer to eliminating the terrorists. Now, I'd like for you to comment on, I did present a bunch of stories, protests across the nation, Senate President, calling for also unity as well as Wike. And I thought Wike's statement was quite weighty because if you look at it on both sides, and this is the conversation I had, with some of my colleagues yesterday, about the fact that we are seeing this sort of abduction across the nation. And, it appears that Nigerians are fed up. It's either they are fed up or they're probably trying to politicize it as what Wike, as the statement Wike has made. Your thoughts on that?
All right. Thank you very much. A lot of things around insecurity and, of course, based on the protests by teachers. And it's well within their rights. I say this because beyond insecurity, it is a direct attack on education and aspirations for young people. Why? The last incident that happened in Oyo State involved students and teachers. Children as young as 3 years old. Let that sink in. Children who do not know their left from their right in many instances. A teacher was killed. So definitely this is their constituency. They have a stake in this matter, even perhaps more than has happened previously. I also raised the point earlier on that this is affecting SSC examinations. That's the senior school certificate examinations. It's meant to run from May till June. It's the May-June cycle. So students cannot go to school in some areas because of this. Some students are afraid. Some students have gone through, have this, trauma based on what has happened to their colleagues in school. So you would imagine that this is education amongst the other myriad of issues that's plaguing education in Nigeria. We now have insecurity to deal with. The teachers had a right to go out to protest and down their tools, and if you cannot secure us in our place of work, then we should not be going out there. You cannot have education. You cannot talk about the future of our children if they are not even guaranteed a future today because of the risk of being abducted if they do go to school. So that's one instance. The other, and I'm rather largely was peaceful. They placed their demands and were very, honest about their stance on this matter. With regards to Mr. Wike, I'm very disappointed. He's made a number of statements that would shock Nigerians. We've known him to be quite garrulous, in terms of the way he speaks. He doesn't hold no holds barred. But how can you say in one breath that you should not politicize the matter, and in the same breath do exactly the same thing that you think you shouldn't do? Give it a political coloration, and even having the audacity and even almost shamelessness of comparing the fact that, teachers are being kidnapped in Abuja. Is that what we should be proud of? Should we be citing that as an example or a justification for why people should not go out and protest? There's only as far as you can push a man or a woman. After a while, they get to the wall, and the only thing they can do is to turn back and begin to react. And that is what this government does not want. They're trying to prevent a situation where Nigerians, who are perhaps the most long-suffering, endurance as our middle name, come to a point where they're saying, you know what, enough is enough, we cannot take this any longer. So you can have, they say every day for the thief, one day for the owner. You could have had hundreds of kidnap situations in Abuja. But one day, when the people rise up because of a lack of attention to the matter, you cannot blame them for coming out to speak and then begin to put a political coloration by saying, why is it happening now? No. Nigerians are angry. If he cannot read the room, Nigerians are sensitive, and anyone who puts a foot in the wrong direction will get it from them. And we don't want that to happen. We want to contain the situation so that we will not have a breakdown of law and order. Don't provoke the people any longer. If you don't have anything good to say, or you're not emotionally sensitive, then don't say anything at all. Rather than coming out and making statements like this, enough is enough. You have to be, it's empathy, understanding and action that Nigerians want at the moment, and not comparing. What kind of government are you saying, oh, we kidnapped? What kind of resume is that? You should be ashamed of that fact, that people are being kidnapped on a regular in Abuja. You're saying that to justify why we, no, please. This is not the time for that. And finally, on Pastor Adeboye, he said this earlier this year, actually, when almost immediately after Nigeria was designated as a country of particular concern. I watched that particular meeting. It was at their monthly Holy Ghost service, and it was speaking tough because, as always, because of the large influence that he wields, whenever a situation like this happens, people would ask, what are the pastors saying? What are the imams saying? Religious leaders in Nigeria play a critical role, whether we like it or not. And he was giving this ultimatum that rather than the US coming to come and do the work that the government is supposed to be doing, let the government take action and move on this matter. Unfortunately, the 90-day deadline has passed, and we haven't seen this done. It is good for them to continue to speak up, and even behind closed doors, continue to hold these governors and governments and presidents, governors to account, because they have their ears. In some instances, they're even more powerful than House of Reps members because they're closer to the people. They hear the voices of the people, and they also have the ears of the leaders. So he was well within his right to do so, and I hope that he'll listen this time.
I hope so. I mean, the issue of politicizing this incident in your state, and in fact, insecurity across Nigeria is really my stance here. I don't believe that any politician should politicize this issue, and people that are going out to grieve and to protest have every right to protest. Now, I'd like to present my submission here. The kidnapping of children from their classrooms is not a political issue. It is a national emergency. Every child still in captivity is every Nigerian child. We condemn in strongest possible terms every act of terrorism, banditry, and violence against innocent Nigerians. To those holding our children, release them now. To our government, the nation is watching and waiting for results, not speeches. And to every Nigerian, this is not the moment for politics. This is the moment for unity. Our children need us to be one voice, one Nigeria, until every single one of them comes home safely. Now, Benga, I'd like to share some good news from the Department of State Services, and I want you to touch on that. Now, the Department of State Services has arrested 5 suspects, including 2 Nigerian nationals, linked to the November 2025 attack on St. Mary's Catholic School in Niger State, where nearly 300 students and staff were abducted. Recovered from the suspects were 15 AK-103 rifles and 1,434 rounds of live ammunition. Preliminary investigations confirmed the 5 men served as armed couriers to the gunmen behind the attack. The men identified as Yusuf Mohammed, aka Baturi, who is on the list of wanted members of Boko Haram terror organization, and his accomplice, Mubarak Ibrahim, were arrested on the Zaria-Kaduna highway while on their way to collect a consignment of arms for their commanders. Goni Ibrahim, an international arms courier from Difa region in the Niger Republic, was also arrested alongside his accomplice, Tuka Sani. I've been trying to take this story, Benga Ashiru, because it's important for us to also see the wins, and the fight against insecurity from our security officials. A quick comment from you before we move on to our next story.
Thank you very much, Janika. When you look at the news recovery, the nature of the suffocation of 1,000 live rounds of ammunition and 15 AK-47, and the fact that you could see some involvement of foreign nationals in this recovery. It shows the international dimension. And when we say here that it underscores the fact that we have some sleeper cells of Israel that have strong allegiance with the ISIS. This is one of the indications that's coming out. But more fundamentally, it underscores the fact that the country faces an existential threat. It's quite relieving that the country did not go to sleep, that investigation had followed the Papiri abduction. It's quite gratifying to see that there is a follow-up investigation of that. But nevertheless, it shows that there is an existential threat that threatens the survival of the nation. And I would want to say that, may I remind the president that he has that prerogative, that solid responsibility as provided by Section 14, subsection 1, that the security and welfare of the people shall be the primary responsibility of government. And just like the former president Obasanjo said, that a government that cannot secure its people does not worth existing. So I think that it demands urgency, it demands accountability, and it demands a strong sense of emergency. And remember that we should not make a fetish out of this declaration of emergency, because in November 26th, there was a declaration of emergency. So Nigerians should begin to ask, what has come out of this declaration of emergency? What has come out of the declaration that 50,000 additional police units should be added? And also our call for state policing. Why is the government capitulating on this very laudable objective? We know that, that every initiative comes with collaterals, but nevertheless, this attack is something that comes with a geopolitical coloration. I leave it at that because of our time.
All right, Benga, again, I'd like to commend the Department of State Services, and of course, we want to see more wins from all the security outfits across Nigeria. Now to politics, Vibai. The First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, on Monday sparked a flurry of reactions on social media while speaking to women in Abuja, staunchly defending her record as someone who has held public office by calling herself a silent worker. The First Lady made these comments while speaking about the importance of women in politics, using her own political journey as an example. Let's take a look.
I've run elections, not once, not twice, thrice. The first woman to be in the Senate for 3 terms. I don't sing my praise, but I'm a silent worker. I'm not somebody who likes to say I'm in the press today, but I work hard. And if I tell you I work 7 days a week, I connect with the grassroots. And if you come and don't connect with the grassroots, and I will say, hit my chest today, I will still be the only woman who has ever done town hall meeting every quarter. I did that consecutively for a good 8 years.
All right, Vimbai. The First Lady of Nigeria is saying she's a silent worker. Well, meanwhile, during that same event, a group of female APC supporters were seen singing praises to the First Lady, including the songs. Now, Mama Bidiso and President Tinubu's campaign song on your mandate. Let's take a look. This video went viral, but you can see the First Lady there. She too got up to sing for her husband. Of course, it's the APC song, but you know that song, became viral when she went to my state, Delta State. Yes. Now, Mama Biliso, your thoughts?
Well, first of all, I'm glad she stood up to also sing on your mandate, because initially it seemed as though the women were singing for her, and of course we know that as First Lady.
But what's Let's find out what's wrong with that.
There is no office of first lady, so she doesn't have a mandate. Not as a first, not in any constitutional.
What about as an APC woman leader?
As an APC woman leader, it's not a nationally elected position. So on that, maybe internally, where party dynamics are involved. But let me not digress. Let's focus on the real issues here. I think that it's unfortunate that it's a bit of a double jeopardy, because the optics of women getting involved in politics are increasingly important. We've been clamoring for women participation. We've been clamoring to get more people involved in politics. And so, these women meetings under normal circumstances should be something that we applaud and say, we look forward to more mobilization. But look at the backdrop of where the nation is at the moment, where we're saying that primaries happened, politicians, the Senate, the National Assembly even suspended activities so everybody could go home to their home states, to the grassroots to participate in primaries and so forth. This is on the backdrop of increasing insecurity that's now targeting more and more young people. So it's unfortunate that this, politics continues to go on while insecurity ravages the nation. However, on her being a silent worker, if you listen to any of the female senators, whether it be Senator Ireti Kingibe, whether it be Senator Florence Itagiwa, you know that for a woman to even get to Senate, let alone be there 3 times, is not a small feat. So I think that is very well in order for her to say that she is a silent worker. We've seen that even with the APC presidential campaigns, a lot of the states before they defected, we saw her going into those states to visit those governors. She had a number of philanthropic activities that she took part in before later we saw the news of the governors defecting. So there was soft power on display, and I don't think that can be challenged. I know we have to go, but very important point as I round up. RCCG, the Redeemed Christian Church of God, was trending yesterday. Of course, you brought the video of Pastor, the General Overseer, Pastor Adeboye. But this was also around, what made it trend more was the fact that people were challenging the General Overseer, because they were saying, why hasn't he come out to protest? So RCCG yesterday was tweeting to say, it's time for us to stand our ground. We can't keep quiet. We're going to tell you. They clarified the fact that he never protested under Goodluck Jonathan, but that it was in 2020 under Buhari that he protested. And then he himself also spoke about his activity and protests and so forth in the past, and also how to connect it to Remi Tinubu. There was a claim that had been made that Remi Tinubu had blocked the church from protesting over insecurity, yes, on social media. So RCCG yesterday came up to debunk all of that and say there was no protest that was banned or blocked by anybody.
All right. Yeah. I wish we had time to banter on this topic because it's my precisely. I wish to, but as we wrap on politics, you weren't here when that faction of the PDP said that they want Goodluck Jonathan to run, and I'd like to read an open letter from the lawyer and activist Deji Adeyoji, publicly telling former President Goodluck Jonathan not to run for office, and I'll read that lengthy letter. He wrote, I write to you as a well-wisher and someone who has long admired your leadership style and your commitment to democratic values. It is precisely from that place of respect that I feel compelled to say candidly that the growing conversations around your intended return to active presidential politics are worrying. Nigeria's current political climate is already fragile, and the PDP platform you're being linked with appears increasingly unstable and divided. As someone with your global standing and the respect you continue to command both at home and abroad, I worry that subjecting yourself to the roughness of another electoral contest at this moment may not serve your legacy well, even beyond questions of outcome. The process itself risks unnecessary controversy that could unintentionally diminish the statesman-like stature you have already earned. For those reasons, I sincerely hope you will consider stepping away from any such ambition and continue to serve in the higher role of an elder statesman on the continent whose influence is felt through guidance and wisdom rather than electoral contest. Everybody has a say in this matter. The lawyer has, except the man, but we are calling. I want to know. He needs to. It's more than what? It's more than 2 days now. It was over the weekend. We want the president to either debunk the story or come out with his full chest. Full chest.
When he said that, he wants to come out with a bang.
Yeah.
All the suspense. And I'm like, what is this a movie?
No, it's not a movie. But we want to see. I want to know. I think Deji made a very good point that
don't come for him. When Kenya was advising the president as well, and they came for you, how dare you? Why are you to advise? And Mr. Adeoju is doing the same. I want to hear from President Buhari.
Yes. All right. So 2027 political movie continues. Coming soon. Now, on March, President Bola Ahmed and the nation recently celebrated the 100th birthday of Alhaji Ashafa Ajibola Erugbogu, the elder statesman and retired Shell executive, with the president describing his.
So we are going to go to the last video of the day that we have. All we do is to get the important informations and what their issues, so expose their disgrace by themselves, and then we go further to the other channels. So I'm going to try to bring up on one more program that we have. Just got to display it for you to be able to key in. Every single thing you are seeing from the media is showing the confirmation that the zoo can never survive. When we say it, people will think we are making it up or we are saying that of hatred. Whatever we are presenting is not of hatred. It is the truth and nothing but the truth. The zoo can never ever survive. It is dead in arrival. So that is why we present issues that are coming out from that very contraption so that you can see for yourself and judge for yourself. Is Nigeria redeemable? From all you are seeing, it is not redeemable. You have them the program, all they do is to say something and deny it. They lie, including the church leaders. You can imagine Adoboye denying that he did not protest, that he did a walk. This is how they use languages to confuse themselves. They use English language to confuse themselves. Sometimes they interpret things just to confuse themselves. That he didn't protest during the time of Jonathan. Who are you telling that? And now you are coming to issue ultimatum. You are issuing your ultimatum to the chief of staffs. Why didn't you say the same to the chief of staff of Jonathan? These people are a bunch of, I don't know how to describe them. But whatever they are saying and what they are doing confirm the fact that Nigeria is not redeemable. So for those of you who think that you can manipulate anything to make Nigeria work, sorry to disappoint you. The zoo has ended and ended long, long ago. And there is nothing anybody can do to revive the zoo. There is nothing anybody can do to revive it. All you have to do is to prepare yourself for what is coming. Prepare to join your own region. If you are a Biafran, prepare to join Biafra. If you are Ududua, prepare to join Ududua. If you are Arewa, prepare to join Arewa. If you are from Middle Belt, prepare with your Middle Belt to secure yourself and have a nation where you can hit your chest and say, this is my nation. A place where you can sacrifice to defend. As it stands today, nobody can be able to put his life on the line for the Zoological Republic. And that is a fact. So let us continue. Let us take this final video, still on the insecurity in the Zoological Republic. Let's take this final one, then before we call it a day, so we can take our rest for the night.
Early in the morning when they communicated about going to the church, particularly the Catholic Church. The family debated an attack where we lost about 11 people, including children, men, and female.
On that very day, they killed my dad. They was asking him where I am exactly. He told them he didn't know where I was. That was when they shot him.
Residents recount the trauma they endured during the attacks that ravaged Adamakusi community about 2 years ago. The rural settlement in Kaduna local government area has suffered repeated bandit raids, leaving several homes destroyed. Yet, despite the attacks, many residents say they would rather stay and rebuild their ancestral homes than become internally displaced persons elsewhere. The Catholic Archdiocese of Kaduna, alongside the Church in Need, have built 20 solar-powered houses and 4 community toilets for victims of banditry. The Archbishop lamented the state of poor social services in affected communities.
Wherever, if your house was born here, this is your house, this is where you were born, we build it there. And that is what it is. So it is their own personal property. And I think it should get, because we are giving it to them, they may be thinking that it is still belongs to us. I think that's the danger. And therefore, the parish priests and the community leaders, the chairman, all of us, to let them know it is their property.
Residents and beneficiaries have expressed gratitude to the Catholic Diocese for helping ease their hardship.
I think planning has been the entered village, so they burn some of our houses, kill some of our people. So, and I think that's the reason that they do the houses, to replace the houses back to us, and we are saying thank you for that.
We should take ownership of this property. And not only to Adam and Hussein, but generally as a country, as a local government, we should take ownership. What we lack in Nigeria is maintaining culture. Everything government, even when we are foolish government.
Church leaders and community members say the housing project offers renewed hope to victims of violence. Meanwhile, they are growing calls for the federal government to prioritize security across the country, as Nigerians have endured insecurity for too long. Arise News.
That is it. In all cases, it is always the Christians that will be in the front line rebuilding, while those of the opposite religion will be destroying. There is no way we can continue to live this way. There is no way we can continue to live this way. These people want a Sharia state. They should be allowed to have their Sharia state. And those who are Christians should have their secular state. Those who want the monarchical state should have it. We are not the same people, and we will never be the same people. The earlier the world understand this and allow everyone to be in their own, the better for everyone. I appreciate every one of you that have been part of this program. Thank you so much for being part of the program. I will see you again tomorrow morning by the special message of Caribbean, and we will continue from where we stopped to continue to bring out information and encourage people across the world. Have a wonderful night and stay blessed. Good night, everybody.
This is from Biafrans Got Talent. We are letting Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their lives for us, those who died, that we may live.
You died to end my suffering. You died fighting for my freedom. Your blood is the seed of redemption. You are my inspiration.
The deed no wrong with them. Military shots at them. 67 to 70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memory still lives in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright. Tell them I got that day. Remember when me tell you say I got that day. Yeah, I remember that one that called us a Bruce Mero. But the way you put like a Papa Nuku. But then when we go hero, me tell you what I look pandi, what pandi Samiro, me tell you what I day. For we the front and the rest of man, I tell you what I day. Me no back and forth, me tell them
fallen heroes, I want to promise you something today. We must fight together, no retreat and no surrender.
Yeah. They fought for our freedom. They died for our freedom. They fought the Nigerian soldiers in the war front without food, without guns, for our freedom, for our life, for our own good, for our children. We love them, our heroes. We want them.
My heart bleeds when I saw them slain. Where will I be now if not then? They will remain indelible in my heart forever, 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 and never, and never, and never.
We serve in your plantation, and the way you paid us back with your bloody starvation. We bled in our history that the death of our people is a mystery. No going back to get to a victory. I had a voice now call for vengeance. I never get bombed, I'ma blow like a vengeance.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes, those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Where will I be now? If not you, you died at Mali, 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 Mali.
They were starved to death because of our freedom, and they paid the debt for our freedom. Raise the flag high for those that died in the genocide, fighting for you and I. There is pain in our heart, we bleeding inside, tears in the eyes, so I'm following you.
This is for my fallen heroes. Give them a motivation, people. It's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Cause to be a cast, I need to be a nurse. If we did not retire,
They paid the ultimate price. Yeah. They died for the freedom of unborn child. Yeah. We live for the legacy.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright. Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Yeah. Put the flag in the air. Never be afraid. March on. Cause we are more than conquerors. Yeah. You know what it is.
I'm looking at myself in
We
the
must
mirror.
revenge. And we must stand to represent who we are.